Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel and thanks for joining me for another video. So for today's video, I thought I'd get in on the fun of the best pre-owned luxury purchase tag. Now, this tag was originally started by Evainthecity about a month back, I believe, and it was as a positive, supportive response to the YouTube community and to the luxury community at large, in response to Jerusha Couture's experience about how she was being shamed for buying pre-loved items and getting all of these negative comments and just all of this negative attitude about buying pre-loved. I just wanted to throw my voice in the mix and share with you guys my opinions on buying pre-loved versus brand new. And I also wanted to share, keeping in accordance with Ava's tag, I wanted to share my best pre-loved purchase to date. So my thoughts on buying pre-loved. I am definitely a fan of buying pre-loved because there are just so many benefits to it if you are smart about it and you purchase from a reputable source and just do your due diligence. First, it's a significant cost savings to me, to whoever buys pre-loved, because the first owner has already taken the depreciation hit, much like when you buy a brand new car and you drive it off the lot. We've all heard that the minute you drive it off the lot, it's 40% of its value is lost and you can't ever sell it for the same value as it was brand new. Now, there are exceptions to those rules, with certain classic cars and collector's items and bags as well. I could go into the whole, Hermes is a better investment than stocks. But again, those are exceptions to the rule, and 99% of the time when you buy pre-owned, you are doing so at a significant savings than buying brand new. So second reason why I buy pre-loved is, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, I didn't have the buying power that I do now, and there were items that I may have loved back then that I couldn't afford just because it wasn't a smart financial decision. But now I can afford them, and I find myself going back and like, oh hey, remember that bag I really liked from 2005? Why the heck not? Why can't I buy it now? If I really, really liked it and it's no longer being made and there's nothing brand new that quite makes my heart sing, I'm gonna go buy that thing pre-loved, and I'm gonna be happy about it because I got a savings and I got the item that I wanted. Third reason to buy pre-loved. I think this applies mostly to folks who are collectors or who love, things that are no longer in production, or just love the vintage pieces more than the modern ones. And I think this is the point that to me most makes sense, and why I don't get why people give other people flack for buying pre-owned, because a lot of people buy pre-owned, pre-loved old cars. A lot of people collect antique furniture that's been used. There are so many items that are collector's pieces that you can only acquire secondhand, third hand, fourth hand because they are no longer being made. And to that point, I definitely have that desire to buy certain items pre-loved because they are no longer being produced, and the items today just don't catch my fancy, or I'm not happy with the quality of today's item versus that of yesterday's, or it's just a different style and I just prefer the old style. So to recap, reason number one, financial savings. Always a good idea to buy pre-loved if you can get it for the price that you want and in quality that you're okay with. Two, to buy a limited edition piece that you couldn't afford or you didn't know about when it was out, the first time. And third, if you're a vintage collector or you just prefer quality, style, color, whatnot, buy pre-loved. So those are my thoughts on buying pre-owned and why I am a fan of buying pre-owned. And that being said, I wanted to share with you guys my own personal best pre-loved purchase. And that is my Balenciaga City in the year 2007. So if you're a Balenciaga collector and a fan, you will know that Balenciagas are kind of like the wine of handbags, because there are certain leather types and each year the leather is different. So there are certain years where the leather was really smooshy and chewy and thick and veiny, and some people love that. And there are other years where the leather is more feathery and light and silky, and there are people who love that as well. I personally love the Balenciaga oldies, meaning bags that were made prior to 2008, just because I really think like whatever they were doing to the bags at the time, the treatments that they did, the processing, just feels really nice to me. I just love the way the leather feels. And this bag, if you can see it, I mean, it is it's so smooshy, and it can just lie flat. And I love, love, love slouchy bags, and this was one of my workhorse bags for the longest time. I have used this so much, and I continue to use it because it is a hardy little thing. So some of the things, just to do like a quick overview of why I love it, is, you know, you can carry it via the handle. So I usually carry it in the crook of my arm or just by the top handles. But if, you know, I need my hands free, I can easily use the shoulder strap, or sometimes I'll even sling it over here. I mean, it doesn't look good because it's right underneath my boobs, but you know, if I really need my hands free and I can't put it on my shoulder, this is a good option for me. So that's why I love the, you know, the options of wearing the bag. That's wonderful. It is so roomy in here. I mean, literally it is like a black hole sometimes, but I can fit a lot in here. I fit gym clothes, I fit sneakers. I'm a size 5, so I have small feet, so I can fit a lot in here. You know, I used to carry my lunch in here when I was working in the city, and I love that it has you know, the zippered options. I usually wear it just open, but I love the security of having the zippers. And I like how the inside also has a small zipped compartment here. And the Balenciaga tag, actually, this is why I also like buying older items, because this tag actually has a 925 stamp here, which means that this tag, the silver tag, is actually sterling silver. And Balenciaga discontinued that some years ago, but it's kind of like with the Chanel bags, how they used to have it plated in 24 karat real gold. This is real silver. So again, just one of those reasons why I prefer buying luxury, buying pre-loved luxury sometimes. I love that it also has this extra zip pocket here. You know, I put in like my phone there or my Muni card if I'm going into the city. And I also love that it's under the radar. There are no logos whatsoever. You will only recognize it as a Balenciaga bag if you're familiar with the hardware, you know, the style of Balenciaga in general. I'm the kind of girl that doesn't really like to advertise that she's wearing logos. I was maybe 10 years ago, but I've since, my tastes have since changed. And so I really like how this bag is under the radar, and yet it is so sturdy and hardy for everyday use. And especially when I was working in downtown San Francisco, this bag was great because it's so smooshy, and like literally you can roll this up. You know, it's just so smooshy and flat. And a lot of the times when I would be taking public transportation, you know, at rush hour, you're crushed body to body, and I didn't like having structured bags at the time because they would, you know, push into the space, and if you're in a crowded area, it was just uncomfortable, or I would feel bad because the bag would be crushed and it would lose its shape. But because this one is already so just unstructured and soft, there's absolutely no problem. So, you know, I would have it literally crushed up against me, and I would not worry. I would not worry whatsoever. And the leather of this is just divine. I mean, if you're a Balenciaga lover, you will be drooling, because the leather of the year 2007 was just amazing. It was nice. You know, there's so much nice veining and just running your hands through it. It's like butter. In conclusion, This is my absolute favorite, best pre-owned purchase of all time. And it was because I got it for a really good price on Fashionphile. I got it in the exact year leather hardware combo that I wanted. And it was just something that I had been searching for a while, because when I got into Balenciaga, this bag is 2007. I got into Balenciaga in 2014. These were no longer being made, and I just didn't like the brand new versions at the time. So I made up my mind to go pre-loved, and I am so happy that it worked out. So that's it for me for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found that video fun and insightful. And I would love your own opinions on the whole pre-loved. Is it okay to buy pre-loved? And why would you rather buy pre-loved, or why would you rather buy brand new? Leave me a comment down below. Click like if you like this video. And please don't forget to subscribe so that you'll be notified the next time I do another upload. And thank you again. I hope to see you guys next time.